Welcome dear students. In this video lecture we are going to discuss about the milling machine and its operation. Milling machine is a special purpose machine tool which is comprises of lot of applications in the machine shop and can be used for machining numerous number of machine elements. In this we are going to discuss about the basic milling machine operation and the tool used for performing the milling operation, particularly various number of tools and its nomenclature and some important milling machines and indexing mechanism. First of all, a short intro about the milling machine. So these milling machines are used to produce flat surfaces, surfaces of revolution, helical surfaces, contoured surfaces, and various type of profiles also. So as I told you, it is comprises of lot of applications in the machine shop. And the machining actually here done by slowly feeding the workpiece, metallic workpiece into the multi-point cutting tool which is rotating at high speeds and sometimes medium speeds. So in this way the machining is happened. Our workpiece is fed against the rotating multi-point cutting tool. So in the previous few cases we only discussed about the single point cutting tool, but here itself we are going to discuss about the multi-point cutting tool. Milling is generally performed with the help of a multi-point cutting tool, and the milling machine can produce, as I told, flat surface in vertical, horizontal and inclined planes, and we can provide slots and ribs of various sections and parting of or slitting, that is dividing a single metallic plate or component into two pieces, and we can make helical grooves in the twist drills, and the long thread milling on large lead screw, power screw, worms are also can be done with the help of our milling machine. And 2D contouring like cam profiles, clutches, and 3D contouring like die or mold cavities preparation also done by the profile milling operation. And cutting teeth in piece or batch production of spur gears, that is the gear milling, is also done with the help of the milling operation. So in this way milling machine targeting lot of functionalities in the machine shop. And this is nothing but the diagram of a multi-point cutting tool, generally called as a milling tool. Here you can find lot of tooth in the outer profile of a circular milling tool. See, these are all the various number of teeth here, and this surface is called as face of a single tooth, and this area is called as land. In that way we can find a lot of geometrical parameters in the nomenclature of our milling tool. And if you look over various types of the milling cutters, based on the application we can have many type of milling cutters. The milling cutters are nothing but the tools used for performing the milling operation, and this is nothing but the plain milling cutter, generally used for producing flat surfaces. At a time of machining, the width of the finished surface is equal to the width of your milling cutter. If you want to perform a large space of milling, then multiple passes you need to perform with this milling cutter. And this is nothing but shell end mill cutter. So this is the side way we can perform the milling, and here the surface to be produced is perpendicular to the axis of rotation of your tool. But in this case the flat surface is parallel to the axis of rotation of the milling cutter. And this one is side milling cutter. The side periphery of the milling cutter is used as a cutting edges to machine the side surface of your workpiece. And this one is end mill cutter. So the appearance of this very similar to the drill pit, but it's not actually a drill pit. So by using this end mill cutter we can perform the slot cutting. And metal slitting saw is nothing but the tool which is used to split two split a metallic plate or block into two pieces, and the width of the tool is very very minimum, or sometimes it is nearly 1 mm or 2 mm only. And the angle milling cutter is used to produce inclined flat surfaces in the regular workpiece, and form milling cutter is used to perform a curvature like forms in the workpieces. So by using these various types of milling cutters, we can perform various types of milling operations. So before getting into the various types of milling operation, first we have to know the basic two classifications of the milling operation. Generally, the milling operation is divided into up milling and down milling. Up milling is nothing but just feeding your tool, feeding your workpiece towards the rotating tool in this way. That is, your tool rotation is just against the direction of feed of your workpiece. So with this depth of cut, so this is nothing but up milling, and down milling is what is it, the rotation of the tool is in the direction of your workpiece feed. So see this direction of tool rotation, this is the direction of workpiece feed, but it is completely reversed in the case of up milling. So these two are the basic classification in the milling operation, up milling and down milling. And what is the difference between these two is, based on the operating concept, lot of difference we can find within these two categories. In the case of up milling, during the starting of the cut, the material removal is lower. At the end of the cut, the material removal will be higher. But in the case of the down milling operation, at the starting of the cut of a single tooth, the material removal is very very high, and time by time the material removal become very low. So this is nothing but the difference between the up milling and the down milling operation, and the tool life, vibration, clamping of the workpiece, all are differ between this up milling and the down milling. In the case of the up milling operation, we need to strongly hold the workpiece to avoid lifting of the workpiece during the machining with the up milling cutter. But in the case of the down milling cutter, there is no hazard of lifting of the workpiece by the tool during the machining operation. In this way, we can find a lot of differences between the up milling and the down milling operations. And the slide shows you various types of typical milling operations performed by using a milling machine. So the first one is plane milling, which is carried out by means of a plane milling cutter, and this is nothing but the face milling performed by a face milling cutter, and this is a job milling, side milling. So the sides of the workpiece can be machined by using the side surface of the milling cutter, and this is angular milling. So at that time we can produce a inclined surface in the regular workpiece. And a gang milling operation is nothing but at a time more than two parts of the workpieces are machined by using the milling cutter, which is having more than one edges. And in the case of the form milling, the profile like curvatures can be produced by means of the form milling cutter. And end milling is generally used to produce the slot ways. This kind of operation can be used for machining the bedways of the shaper and the planer machines, planer tables. And profile milling is to prepare a curvature like slots in the workpiece. And saw milling is nothing but splitting the metal plate into two or number of parts by simply cutting off by using the saw milling cutter. And T-slot milling, as the appearance resembles, can be used to machine tables of planer and shaper machines in order to provide T-slots. And keyway milling, just to perform the keyways in the job by using a keyway milling cutter. The width of the cutter is somewhat higher when compared with the saw milling cutter. And the gear milling cutter is used to cut the gears in the milling operation. So the gear manufacturing can be done with 4 different ways. The milling, gear milling is also one category of gear manufacturing process. Rest of the types of gear manufacturing can be discussed in some other topic in future. And let's see some basic components of some important type milling operations. So the first one is column and knee type milling machine having horizontal spindle. See, this is the simple 2D view of a milling machine. In that machine, it is called as column and knee type. So the column is nothing but the vertical housing which holds all the driving units of the milling machine. It is mounted on the base. Like all other machine tools, the milling machine also having a strong cast base which is used to hold the entire parts of the machine, and in that one side we are having the column. So the column is a cast housing which is used to hold the driving unit and other mechanisms. The front face of the column is provided with a vertical guide way which enables the knee to move in upward and downward direction. The knees one side is meshed with the slide way provided with the front face of the column, and above the knee we are having a horizontal slide way which is used to move the saddle. Saddle is also a metallic frame which is holding the table of the milling machine. Above the table only, by using the work holding devices, we are clamping the workpiece, and the table able to move in horizontal direction by the movement of the saddle, and the table can be moved in vertical direction by the movement of the knee. And the spindle of the milling machine is connected with the driving unit which is able to rotate along with the tool. So this is nothing but the tool, that is the milling cutter, keyed with the arbor. The arbor is connected with the spindle. Arbor is nothing but a metallic shaft. One end of the arbor is connected with the rotating spindle, and another end of the arbor is connected with the yoke support in order to avoid the overhanging. So in this way the machine is constructed, and during the operation with the various movements of the workpiece, the required machining can be done with the help of feeding the workpiece against the rotating cutter. So this machine is column and knee type milling machine of horizontal spindle, and this machine is nothing but column and knee type milling machine with vertical spindle. See, the difference between this machine and that machine is only the axis of rotation of your spindle. Here the axis of rotation of the spindle is horizontal, that's why it is a horizontal type machine. But here the cutter is connected with a vertical spindle. Here the axis of rotation of the cutter is vertical. So for the case of face milling operation or side milling operation, we can go for this kind of spindles. Here also the column and base are available. The front side of the column is provided with a vertical guide way in which the knee is meshed and able to move, slide in vertical direction. And above the knee, usually we are having the saddle which is engaged with the horizontal guide way of the knee, which will facilitate the table to move in horizontal direction. And above that, in a dovetail guide way, we are having the work table. Above the work table, we are having the workpiece fitted with the work holding devices. So by using various attachments, we can move the workpiece in required direction and perform the milling operation. So this is nothing but the column and knee type milling machine of vertical spindle. And the next important part in the milling machine is the indexing mechanism. The indexing mechanism is a important part in the milling machine. Actually, in the semi-automatic lathes, we discussed about the direct indexing mechanism, Geneva. So like the Geneva mechanism also, here in milling machines, we are having an indexing mechanism which is used to rotate our workpiece after every successive cut made by the milling cutter. So in order to rotate the workpiece in the uniform way to achieve the better cutting, the indexing mechanism is designed. So the indexing is actually the rotation of the workpiece into very small and uniform amount in the during the operation. So the dividing head is nothing but the part which is used to actuate the indexing mechanism. The dividing head is nothing but the indexing head. It's actually an attachment used in all the milling machines. The purpose of this indexing head is to accurately divide the circumference of the workpiece for grooving or floating or gear cutting or cutting of any splines, squares or hexagons. For that purpose, we can use this indexing mechanism. So here lots of types of indexing heads are available, like plane dividing head, universal dividing head, optical dividing head, and by using this in dividing head mechanisms, we can follow lots of different methods of indexing, like rapid or direct indexing, simple or plane indexing, compound indexing, differential indexing, and angular indexing. So all the purpose of indexing is to rotate the workpiece into uniform angle after every successive pass against the rotating tool material. And here the this is a very simple view of a dividing head. It is comprises of an indexing pin and indexing crank, and this is nothing but the index plate provided with a lot of holes in it, and this is actually the sector arm. The index crank is further connected with the shaft which is holding the worm. If you rotate this index crank, the shaft will also rotate. The rotation of the worm will rotate the worm wheel. The worm wheel is keyed with the spindle shaft which is further connected with our workpiece. In that way, if you rotate this indexing crank, the workpiece will also get rotated. How much the workpiece is needed to rotate is based on the indexing calculation. So first we need to perform a simple calculation on how much indexing has to be done after the successive cut in the for a particular workpiece. After that, we need to adjust this indexing crank, and we need to make the indexing pin engage with any one hole in order to arrest the rotation. So after every setting of our indexing crank, our workpiece will rotate into very smaller amount, which will facilitate us to cut in uniform way to produce a particular machine element. So in this way we can use this indexing mechanism. Thank you very much.